Okay. Good morning to one and all those who present here, and welcome back to political science class. Okay, guys. In the last session, we discussed about the different political party systems, right? Yes or no? And advantages and disadvantages of those systems. Clear, Nirubama? Is that correct or not? Yes or no? Then tell me about the political party system that existing in the world. Different political party systems. You just speak about the systems along with the advantage and the disadvantage. Okay, come on fast. You want to complete within 5 minutes.
One party system.
One party system or the single party system?
It has only one single political party in the most
Ah,
powerful,
okay.
and it is the cheapest form of party system.
Cheapest
And the
form in the
decision,
sense why it is called the cheapest party system? Not
less
a
money
cheapest
is
party
spent
system.
on
Basically connected with elections, it is cheapest one, right? Okay, because they don't want to spend more money. Don't want to spend more money. Only one party is there, so they can regulate the expenditure. They can control the expenditure. No need to spend, actually speaking. So, okay, that's what is termed as the cheapest one, right? Then,
decisions are taken fast.
okay, easily they are able to take the decision because they don't want to discuss with any other political party or any other political party leaders. Then,
This is no divisions in the society.
no political divisions in the society, not just no division in the society, no political division in the society, because only one party is there. Okay, correct it. I already told you that statement. Okay, you should correct that statement. What is that? There is no political division in the society because only one party is there, right? Okay, Hadi Amin, Rifa Abdul Kalam, Aditya, Ain Steve, Hadidi, Fia, turn on your cameras. Okay, continue, Nirubama.
Disadvantages are it allows only one party dictatorship.
One party dictatorship. Okay, because there is no opposition, so a single party can do as per their wish. Okay, so it will lead to a one party dictatorship. Then it is basically speaking, so it is not that democratic. So one party system is not that democratic because there is no choices for the people, right? There is no choices for the people. So this is the basic advantages and disadvantages of a single party system, one party system. Example, in which country you are able to find this system?
China.
China. China is an example for that. Okay, clear. And Vishnupriya, tell me about the biparty system.
Biparty system, two main parties are there.
Yeah.
It is less expensive compared to the multi-party system.
Okay.
In that system, they are more competitive.
What competitive means?
The two parties will be competitive.
Only two parties are there to compete, right? Then
people have more choices than in the single party system.
comparing with the single party system, choice is there then, but not like a multi-party system. Okay, no choices like a multi-party system. Then what of the political division?
Political division will be there.
Okay, two parties are there, so less political divisions compared with the multi-party
Compared to
system.
multi-party.
Less political divisions. Then
the social minorities, they will not get a chance to form a party.
definitely. So the minorities will not get a sufficient chances to express their viewpoints, right? That's a drawback of this bi-party system. And even the single party system also, minorities, they will not get or they will not get a chance to express their ideas. Okay, that's accurate and correct. Okay, fine. Afsana, tell me what about multi-party system? What is multi-party system? And tell me the advantages and the disadvantages of multi-party system. Fast, I want to start the session fast. Afsana, can you hear me? Hello. Afsana, are you there? Okay, Prajot Krishna, tell me the answer. Afsana will give you chance later. Prajot?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, there are more choices in multi-party system. It
Okay.
can satisfy all social divisions
Ah.
in the society.
Ah.
It is
So
the
all social users will get the chance to express their viewpoints, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. Then, because
It is
numerous
most
parties are there. Numerous parties are there. Then
it is most democratic system.
it is the most democratic system in the world. Okay, fine, fantastic. Then
Uh, it is expensive.
it is expensive. Okay, it's a disadvantage. Why it is expensive? Because almost all these parties wanted to spend money in contesting elections, right? Much money want to spend. Okay, then
It can lead to many conflicts
conflicts because of what?
because
Why conflicts here? Because of political division, right? Numerous political parties are there. As a result of that, it will lead to conflicts in the society, definitely, because of political divisions. Understand that idea. Okay, then. Here, numerous
because
cameras are turned off here. I already told you that. Sadhu, Arjun, Lolita, Pia Harris, Magna. Okay, tell me. Prajo, continue.
because of many parties there can be confusion.
Confusions will be there, right? Okay, fantastic. This is all about the multi-party system. Multi-party system. Okay, so we discussed about a single-party system or one-party system, two-party system, or called be bi-party system, and the multi-party system. Multi-party system. Okay. Finally, we reached a particular point. We know that in India we are following the multi-party system. There are more than 750 political parties are registered under the Election Commission of India. Election Commission of India. Okay, so we are facing one problem, right? In India, there are two types of parties are there. What are they? Rosabi, what are the two types of parties in India?
National Party
National
and
parties
State Party.
and state parties or regional parties. National parties, then state parties or regional parties. Then tell me, Aditya, what is the criteria used by the election commission to find out or recognize a national party and a state party? Aditya, Aditya,
Yes, sir.
go for national party. The criteria to choose a national party.
The proportion of votes and seats for the
Ah.
party will be taken into recognize the national parties.
Definitely. Then tell me about that percentage and the number of seats.
6% at least.
Okay, 6% of
Total
the
votes.
total
in an
votes. Okay, fine. Then how many seats necessary?
So, 4 seats.
4 seats. Okay, that's what for the national parties. National parties. And what about the regional parties? Regional parties. Hey, Steve. Hey, Steve. Are you there?
Sir,
Tell me about the regional parties. Criteria to recognize a regional party. No idea. No idea. Pia Harris. Pia Harris.
6%.
6%
of
vote in the
vote.
state legislative council. Okay, then. Sorry, state
And
legislative
at
assembly.
least
Then
at least two seats in
at least 2 seats in the state legislative.
state legislature.
Legislature. Okay, state legislature. Okay, correct. Very good. Okay, so this is the criteria you basically used by the election commission to recognize a national party and a state party and a state party. So these things are clear for you, right? Yes or no? Things are clear or not? Any doubts are there, which you can ask me now. Again, we want to start the discussion on various policies and programs of different political parties. Okay, clear. So come back to the textbook, all of you. You can see here, we already started the discussion of some particular political parties. We discussed about the Trinamool Congress, AITC, right? Clear, All India Trinamool Congress. Next one, we discussed about BSP, okay, Bahujan Samaj Party. Then we discussed about the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP. Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP. These symbols are important. I already told you that in one board examination, there's a question to draw the symbols. Okay, so symbols are important. Okay, so just keep that idea in your mind. Okay, the finally we are here, page number 80. Today we are going to discuss about the Communist Party of India, Max CPI. Okay, Communist Party of India only. Okay, this party formed in India in the year 1925. 1925. Okay, 1925, believes in Marxism, Leninism, secularism, and democracy. Okay, this party is basically believe in the ideology of or philosophy of Karl Marx. Okay, and Lenin. Okay, Vladimir Lenin from Russia, Marx from Germany, Lenin from Russia. They are two philosophers. Okay, basically the teachers of communism and socialism. Okay, Marx and Lenin. Marx and Lenin. Okay, and they are basically believe, this party basically believe in secularism, means all religions are equal. All religions are equal. There is no communal violence. Okay, there is no place for a communalism in that party. Next one, they are basically believing in a democracy, existence of democratical institutions. Clear or not? And this party is opposed to the forces of sectionism and communalism. They are against the group of people. They are trying to divide the society on the basis of religion or some other aspects there. Okay, and they are basically against communalism. So this particular political party called the Communist Party of India, formed in the year 1925, basically believing in a Marxism, Leninism, secularism, and democracy. Secularism and democracy. In the previous classes, we totally or we perfectly discussed about what is secularism and what is democracy. Okay, please understand that. So almost all the parties so far we discussed, basically they are giving importance for these ideas called secularism and democracy. Some parties are giving importance for socialism, and these leaders called Marx and Lenin. Okay, so Communist Party believing in Marxism and Leninism means they are giving importance for this communism and socialism. Communism and socialism. So nothing but socialism means, for a simple idea, we can understand the development of all the sections of the society. Clear? Development of all the sections of the society. Basically, this party give importance for the development of the downtrodden people. What is that? Downtrodden, economically or socially backward classes. That's what the meaning of the term downtrodden. Clear? Or the development of the proletarian class. Okay, remember what is that? Proletarian means the working class people. Working class people, the workers. Clear? So this particular party stood for the development of the economically and socially backward people and the working class people. Working class people. Is that clear, guys? Clear or not? Okay. Next one. It accepts parliamentary democracy as a means of promoting the interest of the working class, farmers, and the poor. Okay, so this party is trying to use this parliamentary democratical setup for the development of the working class people, farmers, and the poor people. Farmers and the poor people. And this party became weak after the split in this party in the year 1964. So Communist Party of India split into two in the year 1964. 1964, then a new party formed, okay, as a result of the split. That is Communist Party of India, Marxist. You can see CPIM. Okay, the present political coalition that ruling the state of Kerala, the leading party is CPIM, right? Yes or no? Communist Party of India, Marxist, is the leading party of the coalition that ruling in Kerala. Okay, Kerala. What is that? LDF. What is the full form of LDF? Full form of LDF.
Left Democratic Front.
Leftist Democratic Front. Okay, Left Democratic Front. Very good answer. So the political party is basically believing in a leftist ideology, communist and socialist ideology. They join together to create this left front. Left front. Okay, clear. Okay. So significant process in the states of Kerala. So Communist Party of India, Marxist, that this particular political party is present in the state of Kerala, West Bengal, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. Underline. So 1 mark answers, MCQ question answers it is. Okay. So Communist Party of India, Marxist, is a political party that formed in the year 1964 after splitting Communist Party of India. Okay, CPI that formed in the year 1925. Okay, nowadays, Communist Party of India that present in state of Kerala, West Bengal, Punjab, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. And its support base has gradually declined over the years. It secured less than 1% votes in two seats in the 2019 Lok Sabha election. And gradually, the supporters of this party or number of supporters declined or reduced. In the last 2019 Lok Sabha election, this particular political party secured only 1% of vote and two seats, and we can say it's no more a political party. I mean, national political party, right? Why it is? Huh? There's no 6% of vote share, and only two seats are there. Minimum, how many seats needed there? Four seats needed, but only two seats are there. Okay, clear or not? That's what all about, or this is all about this Communist Party of India. Clear? Next one, we are discussing about the next political party. I told you all these political parties and these paragraphs are important. Many or a number of MCQs are there from this area. Want to read and analyze and understand all these things there. Okay, the next political party for us it is Communist Party of India, Marxist, that is CPIM. CPIM. Already we know that this political party is formed in the year 1964. 1964. Okay, basically it believes in Marxism. What is Marxism? Ideology of Karl Marx. Ideology of Karl Marx. Okay, what is the ideology of Karl Marx? An idea? So it is very difficult for understand for you guys there. So simply I will speak about that. It is socialism or communism, development of all the people in the society. Clear or not? Clear or not? Okay, Rizwan, Lolita, Heinz Steve, Afsana, Adedi, Meghna, Vishnu VV, Adi Amin, Afsana. See, many cameras are off here. Huh? Number of cameras. Okay, now it's okay. Now, Surya Krishna, what is your problem for turning on this camera? For the last you are doing that. Vishnu VV, turn on your camera. Adi Amin, Afsana. If you are facing any network issues, just let me know that. Okay. So we discussed about the Marxism, right? So Marxism basically, Karl Marx is a person who teaches the world the importance of development of all the groups of people. Clear or not? Not only the rich class want to lead a good life in the society, even the poor also want to lead a good life in the society, right? Okay. So Karl Marx and his idea, Marxism, that basically giving importance for that sort of development of everyone, development of the downtrodden people, development of the working class people, development of the farmers. That's what the idea of Karl Marx. So Communist Party of India, Marxist, Adil Muhammad, listen carefully. So Communist Party of India, Marxist, they give importance for this Marxian ideas. Marxian ideas. Okay. So in the higher classes, you will learn about the Marxism and the philosophy of Marxism there. Okay. So this political party, Communist Party of India, Marxist CPM, give importance for Marxism and at the same time Leninism, the approach of Vladimir Lenin, a famous communist leader from USSR. Okay, today's Russia. Today's Russia. Okay, at the same time, this party support socialism. Okay, this party support secularism and democracy and oppose imperialism and communalism. This party is against the imperialism. What do you mean imperialism? Write down somewhere. It is the most modern form of colonization. Okay, colonization we know that, right? Right? What is that? The European countries use their military to control the less powerful countries in Africa and Asia and looted their resources or wealth. That is what colonialism. Okay. The modern version of colonialism is termed as what? Imperialism. What is that? Imperialism. Now you know that number of developed countries are trying to loot the wealth of or resources of underdeveloped countries, right? They're trying to do so. Okay, clear. So this political party is against that. Communist Party of Communist Party of India Marxist, it is against imperialism and it is against communalism. Communalism. Okay, so accepts democratic elections as a useful and helpful means for securing the objective of socio-economic justice in India. So it is giving importance for democratic elections. Okay, and considering that democratic elections are the best form to give or provide socio-economic justice in India. So it is enjoying strong support in the state of West Bengal. So Communist Party of India Marxists have supporters in West Bengal, Kerala, and Tripura, especially among the poor, factory workers, farmers, agriculture laborers, and the intelligentsia. Okay, clear? Clear or not? Underline that. Next one, critical of the new economic political, this political party is critical of the new economic policies that allow free flow of foreign capital and goods into the country. Okay, it is against globalization. Simply speaking, so it is against globalization. It was in power in West Bengal without break for 34 years. So this particular political party, Communist Party of India Marxist, CPIM, okay, ruled West Bengal, the state in India, nearly for 34 years continuously without any break. In the 2019 Lok Sabha election, it won about 1.75% of votes and only 3 seats. Only 3 seats, right? You might know that. Okay, in the 2019 election from Kerala, that got only 1 seat, I think so. All right. Okay, is that clear or not? The idea is clear or not? That is all about Communist Party of India, Marxist. Number of 1 mark answers are there. Number of 1 mark answers are there. Okay. Next party for us it is Indian National Congress. Indian National Congress, INC, popularly known as the Congress Party, So, want to understand one thing? Today there are numerous political parties are there in India, right? But you want to understand, almost all these major political parties are once a part of the Congress Party, okay, and formed as a split in the Congress Party. Okay, as a result of split in the Congress Party. Number of parties are like that. Okay, so Indian National Congress, popularly known as the Congress Party, one of the oldest parties of the world, founded in the year 1885. Okay, which year? 1885. Very old political party in the world. 1885. Okay, so by A.O. Hume, he's the founder of this particular political party called the Indian National Congress. Okay, and has experienced many splits. I told you people, right? Many splits. Number of times this party divided. Okay, due to various hello. Due to various reasons, this party faced splits. As a result of the splits, another political party is formed in India. Formed in India. So this party played a dominant role in Indian politics. As we know, this is the party that basically engaged in Indian national movement. Okay, right? Indian national movement, the history of Indian national movement is strictly connected with Indian National Congress.
Okay.
Understand this idea. Okay. Under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, the party sought to build a modern secular democratic republic. So underline that. Jawaharlal Nehru, the person who gave more importance for secular democratic republic principles. Okay, in India. So Jawaharlal Nehru, a leader of this particular political party called Indian National Congress, and he gave more importance for or more importance to build a modern country on the basis of secularism, democracy, and a republic. Okay. Ruling party at the center till 1977. Okay, continuously, nearly 3 decades, this party ruled our country continuously without any break. Okay, clear? The only party that ruled nearly 30 years continuously. Don't remember our first election in the year 1957. 30 years I told you from 1947. Okay, from independence. Okay, there is nobody's to oppose this political party called Indian National Congress. Okay, so since 1947 or up to 1977, this party is the only powerful party. It was the very powerful party in the center in India there, and almost all the states also under the control of this particular political party called Indian National Congress. And then from 1980 to 1989, continuous rule. Okay, 77, one another government ruled India, so that is 1977 to 1980. It is another party called the Janata Party. Write down. Janata Party. The party is not functioning today, but that created another party called the Bharatiya Janata Party. Okay, BJP. Okay, so 1977 to 1980, the party ruled India. It is Janata Party. That's not in the textbook. As a general knowledge, we can write it. After 1989, its support declined. After 1989, the support of this particular political party started reducing, but it continued to be present throughout the country. Okay, today also, units of this party is visible in almost all the states. Okay, Congress party units are there. So, cutting across the social division, it is a centralist party. Clear? It is a centrist party. The most important ideology of this party is a centralist ideology. What do you mean by centralist ideology? Centralist ideology. This party is not a leftist party, and at the same time, this party is not a rightist party. It is not the supporter of the rich people, or it is not the supporters of the poor people. Everybody have their own place in this party. Clear? All different groups of people have its own or their own space in this political party. Same as the rich and the poor. Okay, industrialists and the workers, high caste and low caste, Hindus and Muslims. Okay, like that, various diversities are present in this party. This party giving chances for everyone. That's why we are calling this party as a centrist party. Centrist party. Clear? In its ideological orientation, the party espouses or giving importance for secularism and the welfare of weaker sections and minorities. This party giving importance for what? Secularism and the development of the weaker sections of the society. Okay. In International Congress, supports new economic reforms, but with a human face. So it is helping or helpful or supporting the liberalism and the globalization, but with a human face, means not allowing the rich people to make money again and again, but giving some chances for the poor people too. Clear? That's what the idea. So it is the leader of the United Progressive Alliance UPA government from 2004 to 2019. Clear? Not this, not correct. This 2014. Okay. Not 2014 2019, it is up to 2014. Okay. In the 19 Lok Sabha election, it won only 52 seats. In 2019 Lok Sabha election, it won only 52 seats. Okay. So there's a correction in the textbook. It is not 2019, but it is 2014. Okay. Now the time for you people. Please read it. Come on fast. Start topic. Okay, and in this list, this is the last and final party, Nationalist Congress Party. Nationalist Congress Party. Okay. So the National Congress Party that formed in the year 1999. Okay. So the textbook, there's a correction I already told you. Just make it 2014. 10 years continuously. Okay, so Nationalist Congress Party, commonly known as NCP, formed in the year 1999. 1999, following a split in the Congress Party. Okay. And this party espouses democracy, Gandhian secularism, equity, social justice, and federalism. Okay. Wants that high offices in government be confined to natural born citizens of the country. A major party in Maharashtra and has a significant presence in Meghalaya, Manipur, and Assam. A coalition partner in the state of Maharashtra in alliance with the Congress since 2004, a member of United Progressive Alliance. Understand? This particular political party formed after the split in the Congress party in the year 1999. Sorry, 1999. Okay. And this party giving importance for democracy. Okay. Secularism, I mean Gandhian secularism. Equity, equality. Okay. Social justice and federalism, different levels of the government. And the main demand for this political party is nothing but high offices. I mean, chances wanted to give for a naturally born Indians, it seems there. Okay. Clear or not? Don't give any chances for any foreigner to become a part of Indian administration. Indian administration. Basically, want to give chances for the naturally born Indians, it seems there. Don't want to give any other Indians, basically NRIs or the India, sorry, other four people from other countries, those who came to India and later they got Indian citizenship, don't want to give that people any particular position in the government. That's the demand of that particular political party. Okay, so it's a major political party in Maharashtra, right? Okay, and has a significant presence in the state of Meghalaya, Manipur, and Assam. Okay, Maharashtra, Meghalaya, Manipur, and Assam. And it is a coalition partner of the state of Maharashtra in alliance with the Congress. So, in state of Maharashtra, this party is joined with the Congress party to make a government. Okay, so coalition partner from 2004. And it is a member of the United UPA, I mean United Progressive Alliance with the Congress. Okay, and ruled up to 2014 in the center. Okay, 2 minutes for you people. Read it.